Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the AGL Super Vegeta. AGL Super Vegeta is, well, honestly speaking, a pretty nice easy A. I think a lot of people are really looking for, well, have enjoyed using his easy A. He's definitely, how can I say this? He's definitely a solid easy A. I think a lot of people were overhyping him a little bit. I saw a lot of people say he was better than the Strength Super Vegeta, and I was like, okay, if you say so. I think people see damage reduction and get excited, but Vegeta is very good. He's very good, excellent unit, and yeah, honestly speaking, he'll serve a great purpose. So let's talk about him a little bit. He's an AGL Strength Physical type lead with Ki +3, HP attack and defense of 90%. He seals the enemy's super attack and raises his attack for 9 turns. Attack and defense of 150%, an additional 100% when attacking or performing a super attack, I should say. And if HP is 50% or less, he performs a crit. Pretty cool. He launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack and has flat damage reduction of 30%. He will then gain further damage reduction at 20% at different intervals. So another 20% at 70% HP or less, 20% at HP 50% or less, and another 20% when HP is 30% or less. So all in all, that means he can have up to 90% damage reduction. Yes, you heard that correctly. He gives all allies Ki +1 attack and defense at 25%, and then an additional Ki +2 and attack and defense at 25% for AGL Strength and Physical type allies, which is a little bit of a shame, because it would have been cool if he boosted the Tech Vegeta that just came out, but that's fine. I accept it. Still pretty good. So Vegeta, you're honestly start turn defense 55%. You're looking at like 150k with 30% damage reduction. Not bad at all. Not crazy, not bad. 30% damage reduction's a decent level of damage reduction. It'll take the sting out of things, but it's not going to make you super tanky, especially not with start turn defense of around 150k. However, Vegeta does essentially almost over double his defense upon firing his super attack, because that 100% attack and defense raise on his super. So that 150 goes to like 253 or something like that. So immediately then you're looking pretty good. So that's immediately a huge change up. So if he can just get attacked, supered I should say, because I'm talking about super attacks, Vegeta should handle most normals fine, of course. Then we talk about the scaling damage reduction. Now the first 20% being at 70% health or less is not too bad. You'll very often be at 70% health or less in these super hard content. We're talking red zone, blue zones, Omega Shenron events, etc. Like getting below 70% is not too difficult. The additional 20% that you get at when 50% HP or less is a little bit more difficult. That's kind of the threshold of like, I'm not very comfortable. I don't want to be at this health threshold. And I'm not saying you will never not be there, but that's where you start to feel uncomfortable. However, that's also when Vegeta has 70% damage reduction, which means that at that point Vegeta is starting to actually look very tanky. Think like God Goku levels of tankiness. He'll still take 300k damage on like supers, or 400k damage, especially if he doesn't super beforehand. But depending on your team, your health pool should be able to handle that at the 50% threshold. Then we're talking the last 20% at 30% or less. Now think 90% damage reduction, so think Golden Frieza, think Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. That's what we're talking. That's very high. So it's going to be incredibly tanky at that point, like super duper tanky, and probably be able to handle pretty much anything that's thrown at him. Now attack stat wise, he looks very good as well, building up that attack for quite a bit. So I think overall, in all honesty, I'd have to say that Vegeta looks pretty good. I think ultimately at the end of the day, he's an incredibly solid unit that has a very good baseline set and passive set, and yeah, I think he's incredibly good. Now, obviously, for myself, I would suggest going full additional build, just because you obviously can benefit from crits and building up that additional if you're below 50%. But you can also give him a little bit of crit to obviously benefit from his built-in additionals as well. So I would do probably a split between crit additional, maybe even leaning more on crit actually in hindsight. But yeah, that's really about it. Honestly speaking, Vegeta looks great. I'm excited to see what he looks like at 100% level. I will be taking a look at him at 100% because I do have the ability to push him to that bracket. So I do want to take a look at him there. I think it'll be super important. But yeah, ultimately, that's basically going to be it from me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. And yeah, that's going to be it from me. See you next time. Bye.